Oracle. What should they call her? What should they call her? Oracle. Hey, my loves. How are we? I just got out the shower. Y'all know it's been crazy. This one's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to this. Let me just move some things aside. We're gonna talk about what needs to be done, what you're gonna need, and how you should do it. Okay. So to start with, you're gonna need a jar. And there's a couple things I wanted to talk about, the variations. And today is 12/12 Portal Day. I feel like today is the review day. What's good, Project Execute? Today is the redo day. So I had been telling you for the last few days, get your list together. Get your 13 wishes. And you guys know, those of you that did it last year, we do it for 12 days. The 13th wish is your responsibility. And baby, Spirit was not playing, because my 13th thing that I was supposed to take care of was dead. And am I getting my ass kicked this year? Yes. Okay. Because everything that's been going on in the economy, normally I'm good at chipping it away. This year, it hasn't really gotten worse. It's just stayed in rotation, right? So this is what you're going to need. You're going to need a jar. I like paper bag. You could do it on any kind of paper, but I like paper bag, okay? You're going to need, you could use the stick candles. For this, I actually like the tea lights, okay? Because like if you're in a hurry and you have to do it 12 days consecutively, it can be a bit much, where you don't want to be watching the candle, right? This comes in a metal case, so you're pretty good. Now, for this is a freebie for those of you that are not in the Alchemist. If you have some herbs, like I keep a little mixture of herbs, lavender, mine's might be a little different than yours, a little catnip, just bring some stuff in, that kind of stuff, right? You can take out the candle. You could put a pinch in there. Remember that every herb has an elemental property, right? And that, in essence, when you light it, you are activating that property, right? So people look at spell work or what they consider to be witchcraft and does not understand that they're actually working. What's good, pretty brown Dolly, right? Grand Rising, right? So they don't recognize who they are. Did I leave this? Let me see something. But they don't recognize. Stop. Well, stop. Stop. You're going to hurt yourself. I thought I put it too. I got to check something. Give me 1 second. This cat is busy. I gotta know. Did I do it right? I did it live. Okay. I did it for everybody. I guess it must be a freebie, and we shall do that. Okay, give me 1 second. Maybe Spirit wants some people to join us. What's good, Shadowfly? So I'm gonna keep going. Okay. So, right, this is usually what I do for my uh paid membership, but for some reason, Spirit wanted it public, so it will. Okay, so like I said, you can put a picture of your herbs inside your tea light. Get a get a oh, I left it over there. I was witchy last night, so all my stuff was not in front of me. Stay. Okay. You would light. I didn't bring a lighter in here either. Let's do it. Get an incense, Palo Santo, sage, whatever for clearing energy. Miss Thing, can you give me a break? And light that. In this case, I'm going to use some incense. Get started. Right? And bless your jar. You see my black cat making an appearance? My witchy black cat. Okay. So by spiritually cleansing the jar, I'm getting the energy going, right? Now, two lights are going to be important. So that way you don't have to nosy. You don't have to stay watching them every second. Get yourself a paper bag, or you could write on regular paper. Okay, I'm a stickler. I prefer the paper bag. So right here, I have made basically, hey, Shadowfly. Basically, I have made a piece of. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to list 13 wishes. Okay. 13 wishes. I actually saw this from another creator. I guess she's done this like a year before. And then I saw it and told my private group. And I was like, you know what? I think that we should do this. So that's what we did. And many of us got a lot of our wishes. Now, I feel like a couple that I didn't get had to do with me. So, for instance, there were a couple that I know didn't come to fruition because my father died. And there just was not time for me to complete certain things. Okay. Maybe one or two I might re-add this year, or I might word them differently. Right. But for the most part, my wishes came true. What's good, April? For the most part, my wishes came true. You guys are getting a bonus because this is actually a private class that I do in my group, but we do this here. So this is a bonus. If you like this kind of stuff, you need to join our Patreon because we're over there doing big things and shifting everything. Okay. So, like I said, a jar that you have spiritually cleansed, as Ruth reminds us, mind your words. Correct. And the way that we write them, like if you have one or two that didn't come true, right? Look at the reasons and things around them. Look at how you worded them. Look at what was going down this year. Was it feasible? Was it best? In your best? Like there was one thing on my list that I want really bad. But if I would have got that shit, it would have been problematic because my dad died. Freedom was mine, and boy, I got a taste of that last 6 months. Yes, you have to be very careful about how you say shit because spirit takes your ass literally. So you can, I did it live. You can do it with sage, Palo Santo, incense. Okay. And listen, my Patreon ain't cheap because I'm not one of those people that is giving bullshit. Okay? It's where people go to learn, especially open up and get wisdom. Okay? But if you think about what you spend in Starbucks or what you spend even one fucking round of drinks at the bar, when you could be putting that same $30 or $40 to your fucking client. This is to be playing around. Okay? This ain't the time. And we would love to have you, April, but this is not the time to be out here willy-nilly with all this shit. Okay? So anyway, back to what I was saying. Read the descriptions. There's different groups for different things. Okay? So here we have Mustard Swanza. And make sure you go back and rewind so you know what's going on, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to write your 13 wishes on here. Okay? Now, as we were just discussing, what kind of things should you be wishing for? Maybe some protection. Things that are realistic. Why do I say that? Because 12 spirit is saying, I'm going to help you with, and 13, you got to do by yourself. So if you put some fantastical shit, right? So let's not be, extra. What the Rose? Let's not be extra. Because let's be mindful that there's something that we're being told we have to do ourselves. Okay? So, last year was good, Pata. And Pata, I don't know if you got to do the 13 wishes last year. Thank you. You see? Come on, little cokehead. Good. Thank you. I am not live on TikTok right now. This is actually supposed to be a private thing, but Spirit made it public for everybody. So this would be part of the private class. Okay. So my sound. Okay. Is that better? People understand. So I'm filling it out while you guys let me know. So I will try to. Yes, ma'am. Okay. So I'm gonna eat and talk because I'm starving and I still have to go to the hospital to go visit my mom. So these fantastical things, don't make them fantastical, right? But Tom, make sure you watch it from the very beginning, okay? So this is like I want to get a better paying job closer to me. Thank you. Prayers for mama. I want a job closer to me, make it equal or better with less responsibilities and more job security. That's a great wish, right? You might say, well, why do I want to make the same? Well, if you drive an hour away and now you got a job that's 10 minutes away, think about how much you saved in gas, right? So now that is extra income, right? So you need to, and for those of you that are sprung up on you, today is a portal day. Don't fuck around. Take today to make sure you put the 13 wishes on fucking paper, at least, at bare minimum. Try to find yourself a paper bag. If you cannot find a paper bag, do it on regular paper. Okay? So let's start with that. You spiritually cleanse your jar, and you're going to need at least 12 tea lights. Now, when you write these down, what's good, Mel? Mel, make sure you watch it from the beginning. When you write this down, okay, I prefer when you work with paper bag that you tear it with your hands. So let's say you write them, fold it both ways because that'll make a crease and it'll be easier to tear down, okay? When you have these 12, I'm going to take a different piece of paper because I got the right lines out, right? Let's say I wrote a wish on this piece of paper. I'm going to fold it to me, fold it to me, fold it to me, right? Fold as many times as you want. I like increments of 3, right? So 3, 6, 9, whatever you want. Why 3? 3, Maiden, Mother, and Chrome, the Trinity. I mean, 3 has so much spiritual significance. Okay? So put all 12 of these, all 13 of these in your jar, right? Once you have all 13 in the jar, you're going to shake it. Now, I was thinking about it. Last year, I don't think we did it on 12/12. I think we ceremonially charged our jars on 12/12, meaning we put our wishes in. But we started, if I'm not mistaken, on 12/21, which is another portal day. And why? Because it would be the 21st, the 22nd, the 23rd, the 24th, the 25th, the 26th, the 27th, the 28th, the 29th, the 30th, the 31st. And then the first, you would burn your last wish. We're going to talk about that, right? So that means that on the first, you will know what the one thing that you're supposed to do. So this is what's going to happen. Every day, you could be shaking up your wishes. Keep it on your nightstand. Ladies, if you want, keep that shit in your pocketbook. Whenever you think about it, give it a shake. Get that fucking energy going. Right. I personally like to put mines in. My ashe, my power, the first breath, the I am in the jar. Okay? Close it up. Now I would be rocking this out, right? So if I keep this with me from today, 12, 12, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 10 days. 10 days of putting my energy, a whole completion of a cycle. If you want to look at it like that, right? So now, 12/21, you're going to wake up. Also, mindful if you have a tarot deck, maybe some other shit you could do with it. Okay? But 12/21, you wake up and you're going to shake your jar good. As you see, they'll be closed. You folded them, so you don't know which one's which. And that's the point. Okay? So you go in and you pick one randomly. Okay? You pick one randomly. You light your candle. Bing. And you burn that wish. Do not look at it. Burn it. Right? Now, if you have a tarot deck or an oracle deck, you could take that, shuffle, pull a card. This could be the card for January. Right? This could be the hint. This was the first card you pulled. It's going to be 12 pulls. Oh, so on January, I should have my head on a swivel. I want you to write these shits down. If you listen, my man did it last year, but he didn't write his wishes down, so he couldn't remember what other fucking wishes they were. So now he can check how many. Okay, so keep it. I keep mine in my phone. Right. So next to wish one, I would put, if I use this deck, false person, but on a swivel for January. There's some puckery put, right? Now, you do this every day. What's good? No patience. You're gonna have to go back to the beginning. This is an excellent exercise. You don't want to miss it. And you need to do it today in regards to watching it and getting a jar and a paper bag. Okay. Go back to the beginning and you can check it out. Okay. So now you're keeping a log, right? You let the tea light, this is why I like the tea light, because the tea light is not going to burn up everything. I know it's Brianna. I just don't say people's real names because people may not want that. Maybe they just want to use their regular YouTube name. But I know exactly who all my peoples is. Okay. So by putting this here, I don't have to worry about fire. If you gotta skate and you gotta go out to work, put this shit in the sink, in your tub. You don't gotta worry about no fire. Okay. Every day, you're gonna do this. Now, when are you gonna start? The morning of 12/21. So make your wishes today, put them on paper, stick them in the jar today. Fold them up today. Cleanse your jar today. And shake this bitch up for 10 days. On the 21st, in the morning, or whatever time you have when you just got home from work, whatever. Just do not forget, set a fucking alarm. Make sure. Okay? You're going to light your candle. You know, I like to do the sign of the cross. So you want to look at it as the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit, east, west, north, south, right? The four corners, whatever you want to look at it as. Bless your candle. Light that bad boy. Take a wish out. Do not look at the wish and burn the wish. You're going to repeat Rinse and repeat every fucking day. Before you're going to shake it up. You're going to take a piece of paper out. You're going to light the candle. You're going to burn it. Right? And at the end, on New Year's Eve, you're going to be down to 1 or 2. Okay? On New Year's Day, you should have 2 left. Okay? So you'll get up in the morning, you'll burn a wish, right? And then the last one that's left in the jar is the only one you get to look at. This is like spirit's gift to you. Because all the while you don't know which wish is going to come true. You don't even know which wish you burned. And which wish is going to be up to you to be responsible for. You are having a conversation with spirit. Okay? We have no candles. Do you have a gas stove? Absolutely. I mentioned that in the beginning. What you do that is remove your tea light. Okay? I keep a little mixture just for this. I put it in the can, put the tea light back in. Okay? I can put it in oil if I want. Okay? You don't have, okay. You're going to need matches. And if you can even find $1 in your fucking couch, okay? Go to the 99-cent store and at least get some incense. So that with a book of matches and the same incense that you need to clear out this jar, right? If it has 12 sticks of incense, you're in business, right? You light the match, right? Burn the paper, light the incense, let the incense, okay? This is what people don't know. Air, working with the elements, water, air, earth, right? And fire. These are the 4 elements. How do you use them in spell work? The earth. Right? If I put a glass of water next to this jar, I'm also using water energy, right? The embodiment, right? Fire is the flame of the candle. Incense is also that, but it's using like air energy, okay? So if you have the time, use as many elements as you like. But that's what I would suggest, April. If you don't have candles, find some change. Okay? Tell your guides, I need to find 50 cents, god damn it. Okay? I'm serious. Normally, anybody could shake down their house for $1. Go to the 99-cent store, get a cheap pack of incense. You might even be surprised. They might even be in there. But let me tell you, I don't go the expensive way. I get these packs. It's like $2 in the Dollar General. Okay? I'm not getting the fancy schmancy ones. I can dress them myself. All right? So check that out. But you're going to need a book of matches or a lighter. Okay? You do this until New Year's Day. And that last wish is your responsibility to make it come true. Okay? It's your job. But then it's also like a gift for you, right? Because you're, wow, Spirit said yes to all these other things. So if I can meet Spirit on those things, it's gonna come true. As long as I'm in alignment with the frequency of what I asked for, it will come true. If there is something that doesn't mean that would mess up something else that I need. Or like I said, I used the example like there was something that I really wanted. Had that shit came true this year would have been problematic because I wouldn't have been as dedicated to it as I should have been because my dad died. So how would I have had the time? Right? So sometimes spirit protects us, okay? So I want you to think about that. Are there any questions? I'm gonna let you guys let me know if there's any questions. I don't mean to be rude, but I gotta get to my mom soon. You're good. April, you could rock with that. You're gonna need a fucking jar though. Don't go buy a jar. I'm sure you got some shit in your refrigerator that got less than half an inch. Use that jar. Rinse that shit out, clean it spiritually, and there you go. Anybody else? Good. Shake the jar up. Build a relationship with your jar. That's why it's really good we start today. And set an alarm to begin burning on the 21st of December. One burn a day. If you have oracle cards or tarot cards, one pull a day to match it. You will start to notice. Where's mine at? Where's my phone? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna make a good point. I know I was looking at it not too long ago. It's going backwards. Why is that? I charge this phone too. I don't know what I did with it, but I'm gonna make the point anyway. You'll start to notice my tarot and astrology deck card. I should cleanse them first, right? Yes. So what you're gonna know when you're doing this is like, oh, I wanted to find my list because I wanted to go back, excuse me, and look at mine because I wanted to see what my dad died. Right? So what am I saying by this? I'm saying that you can look at those months, whatever card came back. At the end of the year, you're gonna be like, look at that. Look at that shit. Oh, that's the month that dude skated. And I got like, I don't know, the chariot card or something. You know what I'm saying? Like you could start, you're gonna be like, okay. So And there are plenty of people in this chat right now that did this last year. How things came true. Okay, put your energy into this and you will see results. Put your dedication into this, you will see. Okay. And that's pretty much it. There's no other questions. I'm gonna go so I can go take care of my mom. For my private group, um, for the Soul Tribe, barring any kind of emergency, Saturday is the day for the Q&A. Okay. For I don't know if I'm gonna get to breaking news because I spoke to my mom this morning. She sounds like something's going on. Okay. For the Alchemist next week, we're gonna get into some stuff. Okay. Um, and for my private group, you guys know we probably touch on this again. Thank you, my love. We'll probably touch on this again in our next group meeting. If you really want to learn without the bullshit of people telling you, oh, you can't do this or this, what I teach, I make sure that I respect the closed practices, but I'm going to teach you thoroughly. Okay? If you are interested in that, real knowledge, not complicated, not bullshit, if you can, get at me. Okay? Because my group will tell you. And let me tell you something. You know what I pride myself in most? That even if a member, and it happened today, welcome back, Miss Lewis, right? First off, most of my people stay with me in extended periods. And if there's something that's going on, they come back. They come back. Okay. If they have to leave for a little bit, they'll tell me on the way out, I'm coming back. I got some shit I gotta take care of. Okay? When you get in the group, you get access to all that is in that level. So choose your levels wisely. Okay. And it's a spiritual family. We do real work. Okay. All right, my loves. I have to skate. I still have my 13th wish I have to write out today. And for those of you that already have started writing out, use today, this portal day, to make any, corrections, changes. Okay? And let's get in order. I will be, we'll probably continue this chat in our signal chat. Okay. All right, guys. I'm wishing you light and love, and blessings. Bye.